Hi, good morning. It's August 18th, Sunday. Just want to run through multiple time frame analysis on the market. It's easier to run through 5 or 6 charts here than to send out 5 or 6 charts. I've sent these out over the last week or so, but I like to update them every week, see where we're at. So this is the monthly chart, obviously big macro monthly chart. So, right away you look at it, are we putting in a triple top and then rolling over, or are we continuing? And my contention is that this trend pattern is going to continue up into here in price and time as well. So where we get in trouble on this chart is around the 2684 area. If we break this breaks this price symmetry and this pattern gets busted, and then we can call this trend broken. So other than that, this is intact. Monthly's good. Let's drop down to the weekly. Here's what's happening on the weekly chart. So that support level that I've highlighted, 2480, it's the prior top, that 2018 Jan top. It also happens to be 62% retracement of this last minor wave on the weekly. So there's a lot of structure and technical support at that level, and it looks like we're holding up. Here's a buy signal on the weekly chart that came in last week. Excuse me. Obviously, the market, is holding up here, and so based on this schematic, I would think that the market will start to turn and trade higher, and I think into October, we're looking at 3140. I know, crazy, right? Um, but like I said, and I've said before, the media can sensationalize all kinds of different theories when the market comes down and why it's over this time and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, we all know that we're going to get bailed out by the powers that be if the shit hits the fan. So let's just stick to the technicals here. This looks pretty good, and as long as we don't, breach 2840 on a closing basis, I think we're good. So that's kind of your your trigger here on the weekly. Everything looks pretty good here. So we'll drop down to the daily. So here's your trading range, right? So you got 2840 to 2950. I've highlighted that before. You can see where this comes in. This is a prior high. Also the 62% retracement of this prior major trend. So I think what we're probably going to do here is I think we got a little more work to do between this trading range. So I think we'll trade back up to like 29.23, up into here, and then I think we'll trade back down into like 28.68 this week. So we'll go up, we'll go down, we'll kind of back and fill, and then from around here, I think we'll take off and we'll eventually take out the 28.50 on the upside, and then into early September, I think we'll be trading back to around 3,000, and then perhaps even higher. If we drop down to the 216-minute chart, we can kind of see. Don't worry about the lines. That's just for some of the work I'm doing. But you can see the pattern. Typically, if this was a continuation pattern, you would have bounced here and then just rolled over. It was a strong trend to the downside. Obviously, what the market's trying to do here is put in some sort of V bottom at around 28.40. And then work its way out of this range at some point. Here's a 144-minute chart. You can see that pattern a little bit clear. You can also see how complex these patterns are. I mean, the market gets moving. You get a bounce, you get a big drop, a big bounce, another big drop, another big bounce. With tweets and all kinds of news and assumptions and this and that, and then another big drop, and then another bounce. I mean, it's crazy. But it is what it is, and it's the world we live in. So. Let's drop down the 1772-minute chart and start to see that pattern, even kind of microscopic part of the right side of that pattern, how that plays out. You can see the 2900 area, the 2867, the support and resistance area, drop down to 36. Again, we start to see the the 2950 up above. We can also see the 2900, and then the support zone now is around 2850. and then we can drop down to 18-minute chart and a 9-minute chart and so on and so forth. But the bottom line here is that the market looks pretty good. I don't think we're going into some sort of a new bear phase. I don't think we're going into a bear market. Certainly not on a macro level. I don't think we're doing it on a daily level. I think we're just having a correction, and I think we're good here.